Josiah plays Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. We're picking back up where we just left off in the last episode. We have just finished making our character, and now Bareth is sending us forth to be his/her herald.
Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
Oh, it's that kind of relationship, huh? Alright.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby.
Wait, did she just put a cranial bomb in me? She just put a cranial bomb in me. She just put a thing in me that she can, like, detonate and kill me if I piss her off. That is not cool, Pallid Knight. I'ma hit theater mode and enjoy. Oh yeah, love me that theater mode. Well, hopefully your guinea pig lives a good long time. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you. If only marriage were like... Well, it could be like that if you held enough power of the least interested. You just have to marry someone who's really pathetic. Not cool, Bareth. I agree.
The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Oh, the dwarf is the usher! I just realized. The Pallid Knight and the Usher are the two aspects that Bareth appears as. One's male and one's female. And of course, he's ushering me. He's literally ushering me.
Time is not on your side, Watcher. I suggest you get on with the task at hand.
The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
By the way, you guys, don't get used to that narrator. We're not going to hear very much of her. I feel like I'm walking across a path made of cocoa pebbles. Oh, they got that parallax mapping going on. Brave new technologies. Oh, it's a dare! Oh, I see. This is our body laying there. And Adair's sitting by our bedside. Oh, good old Adair, sitting by the bedside. Well... You sense the steward's spirit in the bust, but she is unaware of you. Goosebumps rise on Adair's arms at your approach, but he seems unaware of your presence. He does not see dead people, apparently. That scene from the first Kill Bill. Well, hopefully it's not like that. And I wake up with terrible constitution and dexterity. So weakened by my ordeal.
The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull.
This is what it's like waking up every day after your son Gnif. At least he's sitting there diligently watching you instead of, ugh. That's not even funny. Let's not joke about things like that. Let's joke about nice things like eating babies or something. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull. Right.
Adair watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe. At the first movement of your chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
This is a result of choices you made in Pillars of Eternity. I wonder what he would be doing otherwise. Maybe Adair wouldn't even be here, because it is possible for Adair to die. Like, if you chose... They said, too, that these companions, the returning companions, don't have to be in the game. If you actually killed them off in the first game, they're not in this game. So, there'd be some other rando sitting here, I guess, if I hadn't imported a thing, well, or set up a save state where Adair was alive. That's interesting. But how did I get on this ship?
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake?
Hi, Matt Mercer.
How are you feeling?
God damn it, Saito! Literally the first conversation. You've got a thing you can say if you're a philosopher, and you talked me out of it. Literally the first conversation. Alright. I don't understand this one. How could I say, who are you, if it's a result of choices I made in Pillars of Eternity? Oh! Okay. Never mind. Look at this. First conversation, there's one for Mystic and there's one for Philosopher. The two that I was going to choose between. That's funny. Well, obviously we have to choose the Mystic one. I'm a Mystic with the Mystic voice. How can I not choose the Mystic one? Oh my god, I haven't decided on a... Oh, I gotta use a voice that's kind of like the Mystic voice acting that we chose. Which I vaguely remember, and by vaguely remember, I mean don't remember. No, it's not from the voice pack, Nox. It's from the job, because it's got the skill bonuses listed there. Focused. The universe never fails to find a purpose for me.
Sure. I mean, someone has to be there for the gods to get mad at.
I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
Oh, the steward's got a great voice.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cadnua.
This is all that remains of my destroyed castle. The castle that was destroyed by the god that I worship.
Cadnua has been destroyed. Aethys possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby.
Read that. Maros Nua was the son of Ode Nua, an Ingwithan tyrant. Not much is known of Maros, but Ode Nua became obsessed with restoring his son to life. He engineered a massive statue of living Audra to house Maros' soul, but his plans were stopped by the concerted efforts of other Ingwithan tyrants who saw him as a threat. Maros Nua's intended Adra body remained buried beneath the castle Cadnua until Aethys occupied it. Don't rub in its destruction, Steward. Steward's still alive, so now the steward will upgrade your ship for you instead of upgrading your castle for you.
It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely.
I can't tell you guys how happy it makes me that they're voicing all the dialogue in this game. That was not even promised. As part of the Kickstarter thing, they said they were going to have they were going to have some dialogue voiced. But then they just announced it like a couple weeks ago or something. They're like, oh, by the way, LOL, we went ahead and voiced all the dialogue. You're welcome. That makes me happy as an investor. Well, you know, as a FIG investor, as somebody who backed the game, I feel like my money was used well if they had extra money to voice all the dialogue.
The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago.
Oh, that's why I'm on a ship.
I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul, and proximity to it has brought you back.
I know.
How could you know all that? You've been faking on us.
He pokes at your shoulder with one finger.
Misfortunes brewing topside. Magrans fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Eld Ingram. The fact that every single character in the game has their own portrait now makes me really happy. In dialogue. Yeah, this one apparently does have romance, yes.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a nearby wardrobe.
No, they're not going to read out all the descriptions. They said they're only reading out descriptions in, like, important story moments or whatever. The majority of the descriptive text is not going to be voiced. How do I feel about my UI here? I'm focus starved. Oh, this is the other thing they put in. They put in a very complex AI script editor. Like, more complex than the one that's in Dragon Age Origins, even. So I have some basic ones. I can open the behavior editor and start going nuts. I can add as many things as I want. And I can set... Oh, let's see. What are the conditions I can set off of? Oh my god! What are all these conditions? And I can set that not true, or always true. Then, of course, any of the abilities that I actually have. Do I want to target, prioritize, and then I can drag them and put them in order. Then I can have... I can put a cooldown on it, saying, you know, I only want you to do this every so many seconds. What's your character name again? Seika. Or just Seika for short. Mystic behavior. I can rename my conditional sets. But I don't want to set AI for my main character. In fact, for my main character, I want AI off. And there's crafting. Oh my god. Oh my god. You can make drugs. You can make explosives. This is not a very wholesome game for kids. Teaching you how to make drugs and bombs. You can make foods. Positive, very positive, incredible. Poisons and antidotes. Some fried ugly. Lots of different potions, scrolls, by category. Spark crackers, lightning bombs, actual drugs like Sveth, Deadeye, Mouth Char. I have no weapon sets yet. I have no items yet. So here's the UI for my abilities.
Gears in the wardrobe. Got no time to dally.
So here's my cleric spells, which I can cast 2 per encounter. And then I've got focus that I build up to use my... And I've got 1 Holy Radiance per encounter. What is this? Visage of Death's Herald. It's a once per rest ability that apparently frightens somebody for a long time. Use your Watcher powers to gaze through your target's eyes deep into their soul, temporarily frightening them. Haymaker? Haymaker, Nox! Fried Ugly requires butter, basil, and nasty-ass fish. This is the modal that you can use unarmed. Anybody gets this. More penetration, but slower recovery time. No, we're changing that. I really want to try... No, it will not let me bind that to Alt. I guess we're sticking with Tab. But I want to change... Select all. I like how when I hover over a dare, it shows me I have a 50% chance to hit him. But a 100% chance to penetrate his armor, I guess. Most important key, though, quick save. In fact, let's do a real save. Ooh, that is very fast. Now none of the cows on the ship will ever go hungry. The invisible cows that we know are on the ship, handling most of the technical operations, obviously, like Captain Nemu. This character will not steal. The word Ukaizo is scribbled and crossed out on many points of this globe.
There are weapons in the armoire here.
Ooh, I have an armoire.
There's gear in that wardrobe. Take what you need.
Select all formations. It's just me. Stealth. So this is fully zoomed in. Well, the character models and everything else look better in this than they did in Pillars 1, that's for sure. Now I can slow down combat. There's a little slider here that I can make combat really slow. So I'm going to start it out on super slow and we'll see how that goes. Inventory screen. Equipping items. Double click. Weapon sets, quick items, personal, and then here's the stash. I can choose the portrait whenever I want. Oh, so next time, before I, after I'm done streaming and everything, before I start my next one, I'll probably look online and get a picture a better custom portrait and import it so that I can have my own. I could change my voice set and my... You can even change your pose! So you could be like in a sullen mood for a while, and then you could suddenly feel real sassy and be sassy for a while, and then go back to normal. That's pretty funny. Simple clothing. This outfit is extremely simple, consisting of little more than a rough shirt and breeches made from uncomfortable material. Got all my... Oh yeah, and pets in this game. There's a ton of pets, they said, and the pets all give you like some kind of stat bonus. So it's like you're incentivized to use a pet. What's this? Oh, I think that hides your pet? Hides your cape? Hides your head? Cool. Oh, and I can change my colors anytime I want. Okay. There's my money. 0.
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
I'm gonna get up top and all my people are gonna be dead because I've been fucking around here so long. My character sheet. Abilities. Oh, and you can click on each one of these and it will tell you what it does. "28 seconds. See, now it shows it with my intellect. Like my Whisper of Treason lasts 26.7 seconds because of my intellect. Blind for 11.2. And this also shows the damage increased by my might here. So, like, you don't have to figure out that math yourself. It's already incorporated. Oh my god, but look at the times! The times to do things based on my dexterity. No! If I want to cast Sunbeam, that shit's gonna take me fucking 8.6 seconds before I can do anything else. I'm gonna be so slow, so fucking slow. Armor of 3 and 26 health. You are ready to but look, if they hit with burn and freeze, I'm good to go. Or will attacks. Please hit me with will attacks. I like how it shows how you can click all these things, and it shows you a tooltip, and it also shows you, like, look, Frightened's gonna last 44 seconds because of my intellect. And my heal will heal for 34.5 because of my might. I can heal for more health than I actually have. And it shows all my skills. And what they are, and where the bonuses come from. And my stats. Ooh. Ooh, Reputations UI. The Watcher's reputations and dispositions are displayed on the Reputation wheel. A companion's reputation wheel displays their reputations with other party members and any biases they might have. Oh, so the party members are going to be up here, showing my rep with each person. My disposition is diplomatic. Oh, wait. Wait, what? I don't understand what these dispositions mean. Oh, I do understand. Okay. These are the different dispositions you can choose in dialogue options. The reputations are probably going to appear up here with different factions or characters. This shows you the different dispositions you can choose and which ones my god likes and doesn't like. So, Aethys likes benevolent, and he likes honest. He doesn't like shady, and he doesn't like cruel. So anytime I have a chance to be benevolent, because you have a skill, you have a power that keys off of that, I think. Holy Radiance is modified by how well your reputations align with the preferred behaviors of their faith. So basically, if I'm cruel or shady, it will literally make my shit weaker. If I'm honest and benevolent, it will make it stronger. And these other ones... But these are how I build up the reputations. And then later on in the game, right, where you meet people and they'll react to what your reputation is. Like, oh, you're known to be a benevolent person. Or, oh, you're shady. We don't want to deal with you. Or whatever. 200 IQ confirmed. That armor itches. Something about a miniature space pig. Yeah, I know in I was just thinking about that in Human Revolution. Fortunately for me, most of this fucking around I'm doing right now is with the game paused, so... No, I don't... No, this is just because I'm a cleric. If you're a cleric or a paladin, it will show you these. Shows me which things that God wants me to be. The other reputations... And I can't go... are not going to show up on here until I actually meet certain characters or factions. Stats. Apparently I've already been in the party for 18 hours. Ooh, I like this journal. I can search the journal. Do classic grouping or grouping by location. I can sort by difficulty or recently updated. The hunt for Aothas. I have literally nothing in my journal yet. Encyclopedia, nothing in my bestiary. Oh my god! It's all the rules on ship combat! No! Dude, I don't want to know what jibe means! I don't even want to know what jibe means! Explanations of all of the fucking mechanics. And, oh, you wanted some more mechanics? Here they are. And what all the afflictions and injuries do. Oh, this is good. This is a good fucking... Oh, and they're even hyperlinked? Oh, this is a good fucking encyclopedia, man. Equipment, food, quick items, soulbound weapons, tools... Oh, and all the god... Ooh, there's new gods, you guys. There's a bunch of gods here that are Deadfire specific that weren't in the first game. But Gon is listed as a separate god, which is interesting. Amira. See, now you're just making gods up. I mean, it's not like he destroyed our castle on purpose. He just pulled himself out of the ground. The castle happened to be in the way. Oh, no. Now, I'm assuming these are the exact same text that you get when you do the mouse overs. So all of these are going to end up getting read by me when I mouse over them in... What is all this lore? What is all this lore? Are we gonna spend the next 2 hours reading lore in the encyclopedia instead of playing? The answer is no, although I'm fucking tempted. Look at all these cultures, and look at all these different types of Huana cultures, and stuff about Rautai, stuff about battles and companies, and whatever all this shit is. Different languages, all the different languages of the world. That is a lot of languages. Metaphysical concepts. Ah, this is cool. And then there's some tips. Alright. Anyway, the encyclopedia, obviously awesome. I can make my own notes. Oh, and then there's also tutorials for every goddamn thing. See, look, this shows how it's gonna be. You've got the things down here that I've got now, but these are factions, obviously, that have been met by the character. Companions can have different reputations with each other. That's pretty nuts. Oh yeah, see, this is what it's gonna look like. You got factions up here, you've got party members down here to see your reputations with all those different things. Ship management tutorials, good god. Sunless Sea minigame. Back that aft up might finally return. It might. It might actually. If I can get an aft gun in this game, I'm getting it. Just for pure it's tied to perception. Okay, that's good. Tied to perception, disarm is based on mechanics. Alright. Captain's cabin. Where's my world map? Ooh. I'm in Port Mage. No! Ship management. No! Everything about this makes me sad already. And probably makes Saito so fucking happy. You've got resources, you've got to deal with your crew's morale, supply food, drink, medicine, ammunition, repair. You've got to I don't even have enough crew for this fucking ship. You've got different hulls and colors and sails, and you have to put different crewmen in, deckhands and cannoneers, and then you've got some other cannons, and you've got a helmsman and a cannoneer, and I guess that's the captain. And all these other things, upgrades that you can do, and crew that's resting, and you've got to have a navigator and a cook and a surgeon, and you've got sail health and hull health and combat speed and travel speed and minimum crew, and set active ship, because you can actually own lots of different ships in this game, and decide which one you want to use at any given time. Tells me how many turns it takes me to jibe. Oh god, whoa! I don't want to know how many turns it takes me to jibe. Triumphs. And you collect sailors. Oh, I can sort all the sailors that I know by boatswain, deckhand, cannoneer, helmsmen, navigators, cooks, surgeons. Ship equipment and cargo. Sails, hull, flags, cannons, upgrades, permanent upgrades, food and drink. I've got some hardtack, a mainstay of nautical cuisine. This is a meal of necessity. Bread simply will not keep for weeks at sea. Sailors have long since adopted this unappetizing substitute. Best served with a glass of salt water to soften it. Makes morale go down. And I've got water, the essential elixir of life. Potable water is vital to any expedition. They don't like drinking water. They want to drink like grog and shit. Shit, man. Oh, but I can name my ship whatever I want. Right now, the Defiant is fine. Okay, ship management. Right out the gate, too. You don't have to play for fucking 20 or 30 hours before you get your base. You literally just start with it. Alright. Dude, this UI and all this stuff look real fucking good in this game. Look real good. What does Holy Radiance exactly do? Creates a field of holy energy around the priest, dealing burn damage and applying Shaken. -5 resolve, -3 power level. To any vessels in the vicinity, that's undead, while regenerating a modest amount of health for allies. The power of a priest's holy radiance is modified by how well their reputations align with the preferred behaviors of their faith. So it's a pretty big AoE, because remember, my intelligence is really high, and intelligence gives you increased AoE, so it's a huge AoE that will heal the shit out of my peoples. It'll heal me to full, basically. And also shaken up on some enemies and do burn damage. You can own an armada of ships. Yeah, but I don't think you can sail around with, like, multiple ships in a big old armada, though. I think you can just sail one ship at a time. Hardtack, the neutral oaf of the seas. Keep an eye out for the Presbyterian adventurers. Oh yeah, this is gonna be like Sunless Sea, but less grimdark. Alright, I think I'm ready now after like 36 minutes of playing to open the armoire. Oh, look, it gave me the exact bows that I'm proficient with.
Alright, now make some use of it.
Alright. Here's the thing about mail armor. It gives me some nice armor rating, but 35% more recovery time. So, if I come over here and I'm like, what if I want to cast Whisper of Treason? It's going to be 3.7, 3.7. But if I put this fucking armor on... If I put this fucking armor on... It adds a second to my recovery time. That is a long, long recovery time. So... based on the concept that I'm going to be super glass cannon-y, and I, quote, am not going to get hit, unquote, I'm not going to wear this armor. I'm going back to simple clothing. I'm sure I'll be fine. Then there's Bareth's Black Bell. This small bell of Ymiran steel has no striker, yet it produces a discordant chime when swung. This boon from Bareth holds within it the power over life, death, and undeath. Use is 3, so it's a semi-consumable. 6 points. So it's a huge radius that does a big heal to everybody, and AoE just wrecks the shit out of fools. So this is really powerful. And I can only use it 3 times, which means I'll basically never use it because it's too good and I won't ever want to waste it. I've got a hunting bow. I said I've got a hunting bow. I got a war bow. Now we're going to compare the stats on these with my stats applied because of my dexterity and my might. Wait a minute, something's wrong. Why does the hunting bow do so much more damage? Oh, because it has ship penetration. That feels weird to me that the faster bow does more damage than the slower bow. Oh, and it's more accurate. Okay, so basically, here's the situation. My parents went away on a week's vacation. No. Basically... Pigmote Island, a rat or guinea pig crew. If you find this game's version of Nunzio, that'd be pretty awesome. You can have tea and Frostbound. I can stop. Where was the place where I would always sit outside their dock and keep docking again every so often. I was eating them out of house and home. Was that Frostbound? Something awaits you in the Grimoire. You can just dodge out of the way with your high dex. Oh, wait. Hey, what is up, Dennis? How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, we're playing some Pillars too. Good to see you, Dennis. Hunting bow probably has a larger arrowhead, so it penetrates less but can do more damage against flash. Oh! Here comes Maz with the archery science. That makes sense, Maz. That makes a lot of sense. Game's good so far. I actually just started. I was in character creation and stuff for a long time. Hunting bow. So basically, here's the story. Hunting bow 100% of the time, except for the time that it's not. So not 100% of the time. Most of the time, hunting bow, superior weapon. You always want to use the hunting bow most of the time because you get accuracy and more damage, and it's faster. But in those times when you don't have enough penetration against an enemy, because they're highly armored, then you switch to the warbow. Warbow looks like that. Hunting bow looks like that. Alright, so hunting bow is what we're going to start with. Frostbound with the T, yeah. We're not going to wear this armor. We're going to leave it in the stash. Alright, I'm ready to rock. Now, do I want to use Rapid Shot? Oh, I should test these out. So, Overdraw. 2 extra penetration, 50% more recovery time, though. So if I turn Overdraw on, shit's gonna get obnoxious. My recovery time goes all the way up to 6.9. But my penetration should be at 10.
If we don't get out there now, we'll have lost by the time we do.
Oh, it seems like I'll do 150% or 130% extra damage to him if I attacked him with this on because of over-penetration. If I turn that off, this goes down to a much more reasonable 4.9. And now I'd only be doing 100% damage. So see, penetration can make a big difference. That's a 30% damage boost against him. You have to be sneaking. No, you do not have to be sneaking to find hidden things still, which is a huge improvement, and it makes me very happy. So I'm not going to be sneaking around everywhere like I was in the first game. So if I switch to the other bow, minus 15 accuracy is not good. Although you get plus 5 accuracy on the bow, so it's really like only a minus 10 accuracy off your base. But it's really fast. Okay, so hold on. So if I look at this bow, I'm doing a 6 seconds. I'm shooting once every 6 seconds. With an accuracy of 35. If I switch this on, I'm shooting every 3.3 seconds. That's almost half. But it's not showing the... Oh, it is showing it here. Accuracy of 20. Okay, accuracy of 20 seems pretty fucking shitty. Like, if I was shooting at myself with a 28 deflection, I guess I'd still have a pretty decent chance to hit myself. It might be worth it for me to leave Rapid Shot on. Because I'll be shooting twice as many arrows. But then again, if I miss, I ain't doing shit. So maybe I should wait and only turn Rapid Shot on if I know it's an enemy that's kind of easy for me to hit. You know, because once you hit enemies in this, you see how when I mouse over Adair, that thing pops up in the corner showing me his defenses and armor, and it shows me my percent chance to hit him and all that. Like, if I shot him right now, I have a 55%. If I turn this on and go to shoot him, I only have a 40% chance to hit him. It's literally 15% less chance to hit. So it wouldn't be worth it using it against him because that chance to hit is too low. But once you hit some enemies, you learn their stats and stuff. So then you can mouse over any individual enemy and it'll show you your chance to hit. So if I get my accuracy up pretty high to where I have a really good chance to hit certain enemies, then it'll be worth it to turn Rapid Shot on. And you can turn it on or off anytime you want. Well, there is a slight cooldown before you can turn it back off, I guess. Alright, cool. Let's go.
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious.
Get armed
I
and
suggest
suited
you
up. We
deal
gotta
with
get
them
on
quickly.
deck.
I'm armed and suited up. I mean, I'm as armed and suited up as I choose to be. Do I have multiple quick saves? No, I have one quick save. So that's good to know. Loading screens of eternity. Here we go again. Except this time they don't even give us something cool to look at on the loading screen. Oh, I get a hand now. Now I don't even get music on the loading screen.
Well, what have we here? A little sloop? Lost and alone in the storm?
I love the fact that every character has a fucking portrait now. That is so cool. A surly, brutish-looking captain stands stiff-backed before his crew. He scowls as he assesses you, his hair whipping about his ears in the wind.
I'll be taking your ship now, if you don't mind. And especially if you do.
Well, at least he asked.
I am a gentleman of fortune.
The captain shrugs in the sheeting rain before pinning you with a slow, murderous grin.
Give her up easy, and I'll see you get a swift death. It'll be bloody and agonizing, sure. But at least it'll be quick.
If I was an aristocrat or a mercenary, I could say something special. I don't have any quarrel with you. Pirates? You say you're surrendering, how strange. I'm going to mount your skull in my cabin. That's the KD response. Or we can just straight up start firing cannons, apparently. Let's not do all that. I don't have any quarrel with you. Why do you want my ship?
Why complicate this with a quarrel? I see, I want, I take. It's as simple as that.
You have gained a reputation and a disposition. Oh, is that what that is? Dispositions represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations sometimes bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. There are several jobs on the ship that a crew needs to fill while sailing. Every ship needs deckhands, cannoneers, and a helmsman, and all ships benefit from having a cook, surgeon, and navigator on board. The larger ships even require a boatswain to keep the deckhands in order. To place a new sailor on the ship, he must be in a port. Click an available sailor from the known sailors section and move them to an open role on the ship. Note that each sailor has different talents. Not all sailors will be well suited for a given job. Filter through the known sailor job types to see who excels at each role. Your crew consumes both food and drink while adventuring. The type of food and drink you feed them will adjust their morale. More expensive provisions make them happier. Cheap food and drink will lower their morale over time. Even so, few things will impact your crew's morale as badly as letting them starve. A starving crew with low morale may mutiny. If neglected for long enough, some may even die. 5 equals Knox Bluff. There are several jobs on a ship. The captain determines how likely the ship is to gain advantage, first move, and other bonuses in ship-to-ship combat. I hate the fact that I just read the words ship-to-ship combat. Deckhands are required to perform any maneuvers in ship-to-ship combat. If a ship does not have enough deckhands, it will move more slowly on the world map. The more skilled deckhands a ship has, the faster it will move in combat. The boatswain counts as a deckhand, but is more important for their ability to accelerate the completion of special events, such as putting out a deckfire on the ship by coordinating their actions. Care instructions for crew is the same as guinea pig. Right, Moz? A helmsman is required for turning and jibe actions. God damn it. Oh, it tells me what a jibe is right there. It turns the ship's stern through the wind, shifting its relation to the enemy vessel by 180 degrees. Okay, I still don't know what that means. More experienced helmsmen make the ship harder to hit after performing turn and jibe actions. You constantly worry about Mio mutinying. How long have you had her or him or whatever it is? I don't want to assume your guinea pig's gender. Cannons cannot fire without a cannoneer assigned to them. The more experienced a cannoneer, the more accurate their fire. The surgeon increases the rate of healing for injured crew members in reserve, both in combat and while traveling. 2 jobs have no... What? What is all that? 2 jobs have no combat roles, but may be called upon to resolve ship events. The navigator increases speed on the world map, and the cook reduces food consumption while traveling. Oh, I see. It's showing all the people on your crew that are eating food, and how much food they're going to eat per day, and then your cook is reducing it by 25%. Oh god, I hate this so much. I hate the fact that I have to manage a ship through the whole game, and a crew, and food, and supplies, and all that shit. I mean, I'm gonna tolerate it, but I'm not happy about it. Alright, he takes what he wants.
Now then, me and my mates will be helping ourselves to your ship. There's no need to see her sunk by the storms. Or my culverins.
Okay, I'm gonna need a mouse over on culverins. Chat, can we get a definition on culverin, please? With a grunt, he nods toward the port cannons. Oh, maybe the culverins are the port cannons. Why don't you just call them the port cannons?
Listen up, mates.
He cracks his neck as he addresses his crew.
I'm off to spear me a bigger fish. One with sharper teeth like. I'm trusting you lot not to cock this up. Don't damage the sloop when you take it.
Sounds like he's scared.
Play with the crew if you'd like, but don't bring me any prisoners. None that are alive.
Mutiny on the bounty. Nice. 8 years. So, like, the entire time it's been alive? Alright, pirates are coming in. How come Adair's not part of my party? Who are all these people? I feel like I need to turn the graphics down because the frame rate on this scrolling around is no bueno.
After him!
We'll set it back to default high instead of raising up the MSAA samples like I did before. That might not take effect until after I've... Oh look, it even has the name of your ship on the side of your ship, and if you change it, it'll change it there. I like the combat log. Embiggened. How do I feel about this UI, by the way? I don't like it. I want... This looks kind of silly right now because I only have one party member, but I think once I have all the whole row of faces across here, it'll look good. No. I think I'll go back to the default for now. You just don't get it, do you, Sekaruna? I'm gonna leave you with incompetent help thing. He is doing it. Alright, now we're starting combat. So here's what we've got. Alright, we'll review the tutorial. Red selection circle are hostile to you. Alright. Oh, that's it. So here's what we've got. We've got a pirate that I have a 59% chance to hit, apparently. And I'm gonna massively over-penetrate on. Which bow am I using? I'm using the hunting bow. Okay. A pirate that I've got a 60% chance to hit, but I'm not going to over-penetrate on with my current weapon. I'll only do 100% versus him. And another one. So I want to shoot the ones that I'm going to get the extra penetration against. I don't want him attacking me, though. And I'm hoping to Christ that some of these other people are going to fight for me as well. So I'm going to do the better part of Valor here. I got a helmsman up there with a fucking rifle. Better part of Valor! Oh, I've got it on slow mode. Adair, maybe you want to do a thing? Oh, that is really slow. That's a little too slow. Let's move the slider to here. What can I do that's cool? Well, I could drop a sunbeam on a motherfucker. Yeah! Oh, dude, that sunbeam just wrecked motherfuckers! Yeah, priest power. What else can I do that's cool? Whisper of trees? No, there's no sense in that. Let's just shoot a motherfucker. My super slow... Oh, there... Okay! This is pretty easy. I might need to up the difficulty already. You've defeated the pirates, but you're not out of trouble yet. Storm picks up, lashing your ship and driving you dangerously close to a rocky shore. Nice art here. The Defiant is the ship purchased with the last of Cad Nua's riches. Dude, I had so much money at the end of the last game. I could have bought 10 ships. Just saying. I think we overpaid for this. It has borne you from the eastern reach to the Deadfire archipelago. The Defiant's crew hurries to reduce sail, don't even know what that means, and batten down the hatches, don't even know what that means. All the nautical terminology is going to drive me crazy. They work quickly, but the ship is still listing heavily. Don't even know what that means. Actually, I do, but I'm going to pretend like I don't, because it's going to be a meme now. Just then, a loose crate tumbles towards you, gathering speed on the rain-slick deck. Oh, I'm so glad that wasn't a dexterity check. It misses you, but knocks Chatupak, one of your dockhands, off his feet. Chatupak Shakur. The Defiant heaves. Chatupak pitches over the side. He grabs onto the rail, but his fingers are slipping. He cries out for help. Meanwhile, the runaway crate totters on the edge of the deck, ready to plunge overboard. You recognize the symbol on the front and realize it likely contains the salvage from Cad Nua, your keep. Rescue Chatupak or save the crate? Well, saving the crate is probably the better idea, but I've got to rescue Chatupak because I'm playing a benevolent character. The ship is listing. Quickly reignite the Hell Brambles. Oh, I hated that part. That part is hard in God of War. Why? Because it's on a ship, so of course it's hard. Anything on a ship is always hard. You grab Chetupek's arm just as his grip fails. For a tense moment, he hangs suspended over the roiling sea. Then, with a mighty tug, you pull him back onto the deck. You hear a heavy splash. The crate from Cadnua is gone. Chetupek, meanwhile, nods in gratitude and hurries to his station. Meanwhile, oh, I can see Aothas' ass. Meanwhile, a storm has nearly driven you ashore. A flash of lightning reveals a treacherous coastline and Aothas striding into the distance. Hashtag casually striding Aothas. The lookout barely has time to shout a warning before the Defiant runs aground. The impact hurls you from the deck and into a froth of waves, bodies, and splintering debris. Oh, you know how we just gave you a ship? LOL, your ship already got destroyed. Good job. You struggle toward the beach just ahead, even as the surf tugs you toward the open sea. You kick and paddle with all your might until at last you feel sand between your fingers. Pulling yourself ashore, you collapse. Fortitude. Oh, we finally get a loading screen that's actually got, you know, art on it. So that's Kanna's sister. Oh, I was going to try to point at it with my mouse. The Amawa woman in the middle with a bird is Kanna's sister. She's one of the possible companions, although she's not one I'm going to take. Then, of course, you see Adair there looking awesome with a fucking saber. And you see Aloth looking pretty fucking tough. And you see Pallegina looking like a beast. So those three are going to be in my party. Oh, and that little fucking Yoda motherfucker on the left of Adair is one of the companions too. I think his name's like Seraphin or something. He's not going to be in my party either. Request stranded. Seek out a means of repairing your ship. Ooh, this game looks good. The Hunt of God.
You've been
Explore
getting
the
a
island.
lot of sleep so far on this trip. I'd have woke you, but you look so peaceful with your face in the sand.
Thanks, Adair. Adair runs his fingers through his hair and removes a strand of seaweed he finds lodged there. He examines it closely and then tosses it onto the sand. Cool. Look how good it looks compared to Pillars 1. Looks nice. Oh, the steward made it onto the beach. That's good.
If you're worried about the ship, you can stop worrying. It's wrecked right over there.
He points out the Defiant, despite it being difficult to miss from your vantage point.
So far, it's just you and me and the chair lady over there.
Adair nods towards something further up the beach.
It's a relief to see you awake, my lady. I worried you were in for another long sleep.
Your steward appears to be lodged between some rocks. Despite this, her tone is warmly cheerful. I gotta go with number 3. I hate boats.
Shh, it's right behind you.
Unfortunately, I believe we'll be needing the Defiant yet. Unless you mean to settle down on the island for good.
I just might.
Oh, there's a thought.
Immediately, if you're a priest of Bareth, you can start saying some shit. Any help here, Bareth? No, I'm not gonna shout at Bareth. That's just not classy. Well, what do we do now?
It is your decision, but Aethus still holds a piece of your soul. He was moving inland last I saw of him. I rather think he will have been hard to miss.
Let's see about the other survivors. And somehow we gotta get the ship repaired. I don't want to be paddling out of here on a salvage raft.
For now, I'd say your best bet is to find some sign of civilization. If nothing else, we may be able to hire on a shipwright.
A shipwright, huh? Had to step away just before the fight, and now you're... Yeah, I already destroyed my ship, Saito. I already destroyed my ship.
My lady, if it is not too taxing, could you explain how it came to pass that you were returned to us?
Squint dramatically while looking out at the ocean. Turns out the gods are too dumb. I've returned as the Herald of Bareth. I'm on a special mission to find Eothas and learn what his plans are.
Sure. I suppose if any mission could be considered special, it'd have to be this one.
A perilous endeavor indeed. Castle or no castle, you are still my lady, and I will aid you to the best of my ability.
Quest journal. If you receive quests, your journal will update. Yeah, I understand. I've played an RPG before in my life. Ooh, I like that it shows you how hard it's going to be. I like that a lot, actually. Some of the quests you receive may be challenging until your character has achieved a higher level. Quest that's beyond your character's current level will be marked in your journal with 1, 2, or 3 skulls. Apparently, provisions is a 3-skull task. 1 for every level. If a quest is more than 3 levels above your character's current level, then the skulls will appear red. Good to know. Actually, I'm glad I looked at that tutorial, because otherwise I'd have been like, the fuck are these skulls?
Well, I suppose we better get a move on.
Okay, I'm certainly not going to say number 2. Alright, let's go. Ooh, selecting characters. Click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press the number button. Marquee select. Alright. Choose the single class or multi-class for this companion. This choice cannot be changed later. I think he's going to be single class fighter because I want to set him up as super tank like I did in the first game. But it's really cool that you could make him a rogue or a fighter rogue. Fighter rogue actually seems like a rad combination. That way, like, if you wanted to make your main character the tank, you could, and then you could make Adair a rogue or something. So that's pretty awesome. But I think I'm going to make him a single-class fighter because I want him to be tank-tastic. Your guess is gone is either not the same being as Eothas, or it's a different personality which is separate from Eothas. Why do you say that? Maybe it is Gon, who's the ally of Boudica? Maybe. Well, maybe Boudica is like the kind of thing like Boudica used to be cool before she got, you know, nuts on this latest plot that she did in the first game. Alright, so we're going to make him a fighter. Okay, and he has twice as many hit points as me. Over twice as many. So we got some stuff to do before we move one fucking step. The first thing to do is look at Adair. Ooh, that armor looks nice. The character model looks nice. He's got 7 armor. 36 deflection. Better than mine, but not much better. Way more fortitude. About the same shitty reflex, and his will is quite poor. His accuracy is ass. He's got a lot of health. Let's see what he's got here. Oh, see? He did get involved in it. Okay, this is a direct result, I believe. I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but I believe him having this amulet is a direct result of the choice made in the first game. I think if we had did the thing where he became the mayor of Deerford instead, he would probably have some different item, but he wouldn't have this. It gives him +1 to religion and +1 to stealth. Adair chose not to return home to Gilded Vale. Through a number of quiet inquiries, he soon found his way into the underground organization of Eothasians known as the Night Market. Ironically, in learning that the gods had been fabricated, Adair found his faith in Eothas renewed, and that his god was neither alive nor truly a god had become irrelevant. He rose quickly through the ranks of the Night Market for his optimism and for his bold leadership, his ultimate goal to make the Dyrwood a place that would welcome followers of the Shining God once again. This amulet, unassuming and easily hidden if need be, is a symbol of faith recognized by other secret worshippers. Well, I got news for you. I got news for you, pal. I'm gonna need that. Thanks, Adair. It's also got the Saints' War armor. Armor rating 7, 5/5, 35% recovery time, and it grants second chance, which revives you with a bunch of health. Oh, that's so good. Once per rest. Adair wore this armor during his time in the Saints' War. Its dark color is unusual, as is its power. Though he admits that the armor has pulled him from the brink of death on several occasions, he claims that no one else has ever handled the armor. That's actually not true, because in the first game I put the Saints' War armor on Durance, but whatever. Durance wore it, and then somebody else in my party wore it after that. How it became enchanted is a mystery to him. Enchanting. Enchantment! Oh, we're doing the sandal shit right now. The separate entity in the guide and the special attention given to that aspect, the fact that it would explain why Aothis wasn't acting normally during the Raid Ceres event and this current debacle. You could be onto something there, Saito. Fun. Why did I not sing fun? That was the ultimate fun trade between friends. I literally just took his special item away from him and put it on. Fun trade between friends. It so was, Nox. You're not wrong. Unique, with a gold border, weapons, armor, and shields can be enchanted to further increase their potency. Oh, we got unique items. Each enchanting recipe requires a number of specific ingredients. So because it's a unique item, it has unique enchants. These enchants are specifically related to this armor? I mean, then I can make it fine. Using a Tundra Aura, a Peridot, and a Pyrite. It has special unique enchants. Veteran's Scars, Veteran's Maneuver, immune to attacks versus reflex until they're hit twice by other attacks. That's pretty fucking good. Maybe these aren't unique to this armor. They might not be unique to this armor, actually. They just seemed like they were at first. Resistance to resolve afflictions and resistance to perception. That's pretty fucking good. Alright, so we're going to want to save all of the fucking gems and animal parts and everything else that we find to use for enchanting. See, like, I can't enchant my well, I can enchant... I can enchant this amulet? No, not amulets. Just weapons and armor, I think. I can't enchant my clothes. I can't enchant this mail armor because it's not special. Okay, what else with him? He's got a saber and shield. Saber does extra damage. Medium shield gives him 8 deflection, -4 that's why his accuracy is such ass. Because he's... well, he doesn't have high perception either, I'm sure. It gives him an extra enemy he can engage. And he's also got a war bow. He's also got a stun bomb. A simple device designed to create a sudden burst of light and sound when detonated, stunning and frightening targets in the area. That's pretty cool. That doesn't really seem like a thing that he needs. Fun trade between friends. He's also got potions of minor healing. Now, those are things he needs. These azure liquids are attributed with powers of recuperation, restoring energy and liveliness to the weary or wounded. And he's got white leaf. We're not using drugs. Keywords, drugs. White leaf is derived from the white leaf weed, which is commonly found throughout the Deerwood and Air Glanfath. Is he smoking? On the character screen, he's fucking animated. And he's smoking. Is my character animated? She is a little bit animated. She's not really doing much. That's so cool that he gets his own... oh, he's a little bit roguish, see? He'll pull out a pipe and start smoking. And he even has to light it? This is dope. Locals dry and smoke the plant, which grants a feeling of calm and pleasant lethargy. Or lethargy, if you want to pronounce it right. While white leaf does not grow in the Deadfire, the influx of foreign travelers, colonists, and explorers have made it widely available. Gives you concentration. That makes you unable to be interrupted for one time. 10 will. Ooh, and it gives you health. Okay, he is using that drug, actually. I don't think this game has, like, addiction as a thing. Is this searchable? Apparently not. So much lore and shit. So many languages. Alright, nothing in here says addiction or drugs. So I'm assuming... we don't have to worry about addiction. It's a whole lot of pennies you'll need. Will be kept or stored in the stash. Well, it probably will be kept because it has an incredible effect on it. So somebody in my party will probably always want to wear that. You opted for poor desert clothing? Ooh, poor clothing. Not a good sign. Definitely. Wasn't the regular desert clothing kind of expensive, though? Early on, making money like what you started with would be hard as hell. Ooh, really? I was thinking what we started with was a very small amount. Like, I tend to think of it in terms of, can you afford a kank? If you can't afford to buy a kank, you're poor. Now, you're not really poor, because even if you had a lot of money, you know, you're not poor in terms of being able to, like, eat and have shelter and stuff, probably. But if you can't afford to buy a kank, you're poor for a Dark Sun adventurer. And kanks are like 80 EP or something, I think. So if we don't have 80 EP... Of course, I guess I did have more than 80 EP. You started me with 100, so I guess I could have bought a kank, actually, if I wanted to. So I didn't start off poor, but now I only have, like, 10 EP left. So now I'm officially poor. Until such time as I can buy a kank, I'm poor. Why a kank? I don't know. It just seemed like that's, like, the baseline... Because in the first Dark Sun, the baseline mount was a kank. The kank was the equivalent of a horse. Why are there so many terms for ship combat? Fuck my life. Alright, so we've got some quests. To hunt for Aethys is obviously the main story. In the aftermath of the storm, Aethys' trail threatens to grow cold. Any chance of catching up to him relies on finding some hint of his presence on the island. Explore the island. We lost track of Aethys in the storm, but he seemed to be heading inland when we crashed. Big as he is, he must have left behind some sign of his passing. Exploring the islands, the best chance of picking up his trail again. The Defiant has run aground after suffering an attack by pirates, bringing a temporary halt to the hunt for Aethys. The Defiant suffered heavy damage. There's not much sailing to be done with the hull so battered. Most of the islands in this region are inhabited. With a little luck, I'll find some assistance nearby. Oh, I was supposed to read that in character voice. Okay. The Defiant has run aground, and his crew is dead or scattered. There may be more survivors to be found. A crew will be of use in maneuvering the ship. Perhaps there are survivors somewhere on the beach. So I gotta find a way to repair, explore the island, and search for members of my crew. And I've got 200 space bucks, or whatever they are in this. I guess they're probably just gold. So let me show... Oh, wait, I'm not ready to go anywhere yet. Let me show you how cool the combat log is in this. So first of all, you've got the base... Wait, no! I want it embiggened. I want it really biggened. No, and I don't... So first of all, there's the... Like this. You can mouse over any given thing and it will show you all the math. It'll show you what the roll was, what the stats were for why, and if you really want to get crazy, it'll show you why every number is the number that it is. And then shows the damage, it shows, you know, why the damage was, how the armor and penetration was involved. So that's really cool how that works. And then the other thing that's cool is, wait, how do you do it? Oh, that's how you do it. Also, I can switch it to just be the log of the dialogue we've had, which is pretty great. You can switch it, you can filter it, right? So let's say I wanted to only show the stuff that specifically happened to pirates, or stuff that pirates did, or specifically stuff that my character did, or specifically stuff that Adair did. Adair did nothing in that combat. Good job, Adair. Thanks, Adair, for all your help there. Or it shows all. It's a great combat log. The best combat log of any game that has had a combat log. You've got things for you to spend that money on, so it won't just become meaningless. That's good to know, Saito. Well, in a real RPG, a tabletop RPG, money's never meaningless, because there's always shit you could spend it on. You can buy castles, you can hire shitloads of people, you can create your own businesses, you can buy ships or tons of animals, or, you know, there's always stuff in a real tabletop RPG. There's no limit to what you spend your money on. But in a video game, usually there is a limit on what you can spend your money on, and that's why money becomes meaningless in video games most of the time. You didn't get a water skin in Dark Sun? Dude, Nox, you gotta get a water skin. Do not start without a water skin. For fuck's sake. Alright, so... Anyway. What was I doing? I was looking at Adair. He's blowing smoke. We've looked at his gear. What is all this shit that we have? We have mail armor. We have... which is what he's effectively wearing based on the stats. Oh, actually, it's not quite the same stats, though, because this has lower versus crush and freeze, and his has lower versus pierce and corrode. We have a pet! We have Beakhead! While Beakhead is following you, you gain a bonus to intellect, and your party gains a bonus to the sleight of hand skill. This is essentially a familiar. We essentially have a familiar. It's giving us bonuses. So yes, equip Beakhead. Can I rename him? I don't think I can rename him. As cool as that would be. We've got St. Draga's skull. What the fuck is this? Wait, it's a it's a saber. It's a sweet fucking saber. Before being canonized, St. Draga the Martyr, the Templar Draga served the priesthood of Magron in Defiance Bay. When the temple chose to send a small group of Magronites to spread the word of the faith to the people of the Deadfire, encouraged by the city's duke in an effort to curb growing Valian influence in the archipelago, Draga eagerly volunteered to accompany the missionaries. The mission served in the Eastern Islands for years before being slain to the last. Duke Durnson Hadrit hired a group of mercenaries to bring Deerwooden justice to the raiders responsible and secure any remains. While the group successfully avenged the missionaries, this grim trophy was all they recovered of the fated group. When the priests at the Shrine of Magron saw that the paladin's flame persisted even in death, they proclaimed her a martyr. Okay, this is a cool fucking item. The Shrine of Magron granted this relic to the chapel at Cad Nua in recognition for your many services to the Deerwood, and it somehow survived Eothas' rise from below that very structure. Returning again to the Deadfire, St. Draga continues to cast light into the darkest shadows. Maybe these are item-specific enchants. Because this seems like an item-fucking-specific enchant. Flames of Retribution. This is so cool. This is a good item. What does it do? It gives you extra 20% burn damage. And it does a 20% chance to do even more burn damage on hit. Well, guess who's using that? A regular saber. St. Draga's saber. Oh, it's not showing the effects of his might, though. So it's basically, it's the same damage and the same penetration and stuff. So yeah, Dale's going to use that. That item cannot occupy that slot. The fuck it can't. It's... what? You have to use it in your offhand? Huh? Because it's a crazy skull torch. He can't wield that in his main fucking hand. It's a torch. You must hold it in your left hand. Well, I mean, does he really need a shield that badly? Because now he can dual wield that shit. Let's hold on to the shield. Actually, I need another weapon to give him for his second set. He's going to be like Kratos. He's got his weapon, and he's got fist and shield style for his second. He doesn't need a warbow. Let's keep it real here. Cinder bombs. Oh, we have more than one pet! We have Stinky Pete! Stinky Pete! I got a large water skin for my character, because a very large seemed just like it'd be too big and heavy. An extra water skin to trap a water elemental in, like Quest for Glory? That sounds pretty cool. Can he do Gongarian chants with the shield? Probably not. Okay, let's look at Stinky Pete. While Stinky Pete is following you around, you gain a bonus to resolve, and your party gains a bonus to defense against disease and poison. +3 to all defenses against poison and disease. Well... I like +1 intellect a lot more than +1 resolve. I don't really like the idea of having a pet that's stinky. Hold on, let's take a look.
Well, don't see why not.
Alright, there's Stinky Pete. Oh, she's a white cat, though, to match my paleness and white hair. Or he, obviously Pete, probably a... But if I put on Beakhead... Oh, Beakhead is much cooler, though! It's actually flying! It actually flies! Yeah, I'm sorry, we have to use Beakhead. Stinky Pete, do you have a value? You're worth 60 copper. I got bad news for you, Stinky Pete! You're about to be quote-unquote rehomed. As Brad puts it. Stinky Pete is getting rehomed. I got 20 grog. Cruise ship morale +1. Oh, if I drink the grog, I get 15% extra damage with melee attacks. Holy fuck. -1 dexterity, like I care. I don't use melee, but that could be good for, you know, my other characters. A simple blend of liquor and water. As barrels of water quickly stagnate over weeks at sea, this beverage offers a safe alternative for sailors, and is much more prized. Any sufficiently potent spirit will do when mixing grog, and no two casks ever taste alike. It's prison hooch. Remember how sad Adair got before? I don't remember that, no. All I know is I can't keep Stinky Pete around because I can't trust Stinky Pete not to eat Beakhead. I've got the golden ring. This simple golden ring is nicely weighted and sized to fit most hands. Such baubles are often prized as symbols of status and authority. Whether anyone powerful, respectable, or even interesting ever wore this cannot be definitively known. It's worth a lot of money. It can be enchanted. It's getting sold. I've also got cinder bombs. An unassuming bundle of soot and smoldering powders. It produces a cloud of noxious smoke and cinders, burning and blinding those caught within it. Ooh. That's nice. Put that on the fucking... Okay. We're good to go here. Now, continuing our investigation of Adair.
Hey.
Look at Beakhead. Tell me about your character, Adair. He's first level fighter. Meadow folks from the Deerwood. He has a 16 might and a 16 con. So he's a legit damage dealer. And he's got some health. 11 dex. He's not great there. Only 12 perception, which is unfortunate. And only a 13 resolve. So that's why his deflection is not blowing us out of the water. That's not good, really. He's got 2 in athletics, which he can use to use the second wind ability to recover lost health. Tell me about your second wind ability, sir. It'll heal 35 health once per encounter. For extreme physical conditioning, the user can redouble their efforts and call upon a surge of health to remain in battle longer. This ability requires athletics and recovers health based on the user's athletics skill. With the little dragon, is there any Beakhead and Stinky Pete dialogue? Or wait, it was that weird Mergen-like thing. Yeah, the Lagufath. When someone offered to buy it, Adair got really upset because he really likes pets. Cinnadurban. 11 decks, he's not great there. It says the person with 4 decks. Alright, you're right. Pot calling the kettle black, I guess. He's got 2 in athletics, 2 in explosives. Really? He's good at explosives, huh? Improves the accuracy, damage, and effectiveness of bombs, noisemakers, and similar devices. Okay. Well, in that case, give him back the bombs. Apparently, he's our fucking mad bomber. He's got sleight of hand. We're not going to be picking everybody's pocket in this and stealing all the things. We're just not doing it on this playthrough. Can any of your other companions be rogues? I don't think so. I think he's the only companion that can be a rogue. From the companions I know about. I could be... Oh, wait. Maybe Aloth can be a rogue. I think Aloth can be a wizard, a rogue... no, he has to be a wizard. I think Aloth can be a wizard or a wizard rogue. Or his thing might be fighter, though. He might be a wizard or a wizard fighter. I don't remember. We'll find out when we get Aloth. I do think he can be a rogue, though. I think you can make Aloth a wizard rogue. Intimidate... Streetwise, and survival. So he can be MON. Yeah, he can be MON, right. He's got a medium shield. Oh, these are his proficiencies. So you can use the shield, you can put on block mode. Use your shield to attempt to block incoming weapon attacks, completely resisting the attack if successful at the cost of recovery time? Holy shit, shields are good now. Shields are fucking good now. A 30% chance to just ignore any weapon attack. Fuck me. He's also got Haymaker. Can you put on more than one of these modals at once?
What do you need?
So right now, he's wielding Fist and Shield. If I turn on Haymaker, can I also turn... Oh, you can! He can be a haymakering blocker, just like Kratos! Just like Kratos. Plus 50% recovery time. Plus 25% recovery time. How often is he punching at this point? I don't think it's going to tell me, but I want him to use the shield, but I want him to use St. Draga's skull. But I can't. I simply can't give him both of those. So for now, he's not going to use the shield. We have it that he can switch to. He can switch to it if he needs it. What is the modal for the saber? Plus 50% recovery time with saber weapons. Plus 2 penetration with saber weapons. By swinging the saber with great arcing strikes, gain penetration at the cost of recovery time. Sounds pretty good. Let's turn that on. And he's carrying green flame around. Green flame. I bet that thing actually sheds light. Like if we were in a dark place. Yeah, I can see it. I can see the green light on the ground around him. Well, we'll see how I feel about that. For now, it's kind of cool having Adair carry around a crazy skull torch. I love Adair. He's one of my favorites. He'll probably be my favorite companion in this game. Alright, so we're also looking at the rest of his stuff. What else does he have? He has Fighting Spirit, plus 7 accuracy, plus 15% damage when below bloodied or near death. All folk have an indomitable spirit that rises to the challenge when things look grim. That's pretty nice. He's got second chance on his armor. He's got second wind. He's got constant recovery. He gains 6 health back per... Oh, might affects that too. For 3 seconds. For 45 seconds. Oh, it's not actually constant recovery. It says once per encounter. It also says it's passive. Continually regenerate health at a modest rate. I think it's gonna last the whole encounter. Guess we'll find out. And he's got knockdown, which gives you plus 10 accuracy. Shoves an enemy with enormous force, knocking them prone and causing damage. And that uses his fighter resource, which is called Discipline. So this isn't just a once per encounter thing. He can do it. He has 3 Discipline, as you see there.
Oh.
So he can use knockdown 3 times per encounter at this point. I gotta leave Rapid Shot off for now. Oh, let's talk about his AI script.
What do you need?
I need to set up his AI script. So this says fighter aggressive. No behavior selected. Behavior priority random. Randomly choose between the selected behaviors. That's dumb. Open behavior editor. Auto attack. Aggressive. Actively seek out enemies for combat regardless of whether or not they're being directly attacked. Will not move under any circumstances. Seek out nearby enemies. I guess we'll leave him on aggressive. But now we can open up his fighter cautious, fighter aggressive. Dude, this is letting him use abilities, or he's scripted to use abilities that he doesn't even have yet. So that's pretty cool. What kind of conditions can I put on this for using knockdown? Has afflictions. Target is in melee range. Target is raise. Self at least 2 discipline. It's a more effective interrupt effect that knocks a character off their feet, taking longer for them to regain their footing. I don't know how to set this up. Like, the default has him using knockdown anytime he has 2 discipline and a melee weapon equipped. On a 20-second cooldown. This one has him using it if he has at least 3 discipline on a 30-second cooldown. Alright, I want him using knockdown when he has... When he has a melee weapon equipped. He's always going to have a melee weapon equipped. That's dumb. When he has... When his target is... Enemies in melee range greater than 1. Target in melee range. He's got a target in melee range. He'll use knockdown on that enemy, prioritized by... Oh, prioritize which target he wants to go after. Dude, this is pretty complex. Look how many priorities he can set, too. He wants to target the enemy... Nearest, current engager, most engagers, least engagers. Best current threat. I wonder what best current threat does. Half expecting an in-game option to recode his AI. Who do we want him to target with this? I'm going to try this best current threat. I don't know what it does exactly, but we'll try it out. Now, how much of a cooldown do I want to put on this? If I don't put a cooldown, he will literally enter battle and just use knockdown, knockdown, knockdown until he's immediately, like one after another with no break. Is that what I want him to do? I guess so. Maybe we'll put like a 5-second cooldown on it. Because right now, that's his only ability that uses discipline. I don't want him using it on enemies that are almost dead, though. Target. Health below 50%. Not. So I don't want him, like, knocking down somebody that's about to die anyway. Maybe health below 25%. Not. And in melee range. Do I want any other conditionals on this? No, I think this is good. So every 5 seconds he'll use knockdown until he's out of discipline. I mean, once I get more abilities for him, I'm going to change this up, but for right now, this seems like it seems good. I'll just go in and go to knockdown town like a crazy person in the beginning. Because knockdown only knocks him down for like a second or two now. But he's not going to use it on targets that are almost dead. What else do we want him to do? Well, we want him to heal himself. So when he has health below 50%, maybe it should be below 25%. When he has health below 25%, I'm also going to make this a higher priority than this. He's going to use Second Wind on himself, prioritized by none. So as soon as he gets to 25% health, he'll pop Second Wind, and he'll do that in preference to doing this. And he doesn't really have any other abilities to use right now, so there's nothing else to set in here. If no ability or spell is available... Oh, you can even set different ones that it will evaluate both behavior sets to determine... Oh, this is complex. Or round robin. Alright, we'll go by list order. Now, on his auto attack, do I want him on aggressive or defensive? On defensive, he'll only go after nearby enemies, quote unquote. On aggressive, he'll go on after any enemy. I think we'll leave it on aggressive. Okay, so his is done. I'm not even setting one up for myself because I'm going to keep AI off for my character at all times. So I'm going to leave him with AI for now. Oh, the other thing I was going to do, I'm changing the difficulty to classic. Relax. That first battle, I know the first battle is obviously set up to be super easy because it's like tutorial or whatever. But that first battle was way the fuck too easy. So let's try classic out and see how that feels. And I want to show personality and reputation. Will take effect on any map you haven't visited. Oh, so Velario's Rest, whatever is going to be here, is going to be still on relaxed mode. So our first few fights, if there are fights on this map at all, are going to be easy. Easy peasy. He's got Windmill Slash on. He's got the bombs. Can I set him up to use quick items?
Hey.
You'd think there'd be a way to set him up to use healing potions automatically, right? The only thing is it allows his abilities, apparently. It's too bad we can't get him to use his own healing potions. Well, that's fine. That's fine. If he needs a healing potion, I'll pause and have him use one. So we've looked at his character. We've looked at his abilities. We've looked at his gear. Oh, here's his reputations. Oh, look at this! It shows you the things that Adair likes and dislikes. So that if you want to, you know, make him like you, you know how to do it. That's fucking beast mode. Animal cruelty. Adair has a negative reaction to people who are cruel or callous toward animals. Adair does not respond well to criticism of or hostility toward the followers of Aethys, and Adair distrusts the leaden key and those who make excuses for it. But he despises the leaden key and the violence and manipulation for which it is responsible. So if I talk shit about the leaden key, Adair's gonna like it. Animal kindness. Adair appreciates kindness and sentimentality toward animals of all kinds. It's Adair's Facebook page. It's his dating profile. Pro-Aethasians. He supports followers of Aethys, which is good because I'm a priest of Aethys. Light-hearted. Adair appreciates jokes and levity in life, even in the darkest of circumstances. And traditional. Adair respects and enjoys cultural traditions and believes they're worthwhile to observe and practice. So, now I know how to make Adair like me. And here it shows that here's the relationship between Sekaruna and Adair, and right now it's at 0. Summary. Summary. Records. Reputations. Okay, cool. And his AI is on. Now we can actually talk to Adair and have the conversation. I'm going to save again here that we've reached the beach. Let's talk to Adair.
Hey, this brings back some memories, huh?
What did you do after we ended the legacy?
I like that feeling. Knowing we'd stop Theos. They were part of something big. That was something I never felt before. Not even at war. Guess I went looking for it again. Not that I wanted to tangle with gods, but something smaller. Something I thought I could manage. I looked all around the Deerwood, but that place has too many ghosts for me. Things I'd just as soon forget. Ended up moving to Adir and tracking down my parents. They went there as refugees after the war ended.
And did you find a way to be useful?
In part, I guess. Adir, they still got some bad blood with Deerwood. Goes back to the Revolution. Some Adirans like to give Deerwoodans a hard time they get the chance. With my folks, a group came along and tried to take their land. Made a phony claim to it.
And what did you do, Adair?
I sat down with them and we had a friendly negotiation.
Is that right?
One fella, I don't think he'll ever be able to look to his right again. But we came to an understanding. My folks, well, they didn't see me the same after that. I think they'd have rather given up the land than have it come to violence. And I don't know if that was something we could have avoided, or if it was the cost of trying to fix things.
Can I ask you something else, Adair?
If you like.
What are your thoughts on Aethys at the moment? We're both Aethys worshippers.
I don't know. I've still got this picture of him in my mind from when I was a kid in church. It's nothing like what we're seeing. Just like it was nothing like Widewind. But that first image, that's still what Aethys is to me.
Can't talk to him about much right now. Yes, Tarawak. This is some Josiah speed. 6 hours in and we're still on the beach where the game starts. Josiah speed. 4 reels. 6 hours. Well, it's going to be a 24-hour stream, so I wanted to pace myself. You can't get too far in the game. Alright, good. Feeling good about everything. We've had the talk. I think they're going to just unlock topics of conversation as the game goes on, instead of letting you talk to them for 2 hours when you first start. Alright.
Indeed.
Oh, wait, we're not ready to move yet. We gotta set our custom formation. Alright, here's our custom formation. Adair way the fuck in the front. Me way the fuck back here. Maybe not so far back, because I still want my perception to be picking up stuff in front of us. Maybe not that far back. That is not... There we go. Now he's in front. If you get a solid day's sleep, 24-hour stream is taxing. Got yourself set up on a schedule for... Yeah, I do. And I have my hydration needs, and I slept for 13.5 hours before I started this. So it will be easy peasy to do this 24-hour stream. I've done multiple 24-hour streams before. And again, telling the story, but telling it short. When I did Pillars of Eternity 1, when it came out, I did a 50-hour stream. Didn't mean to, it just happened. We don't know if that'll happen again. I don't think it will. I think we're just aiming for 24 right now. What do I want to set for my level of zoom? I like being in this close so I can see the characters good and stuff, but it feels like I don't get to see much of the environment. Alright, 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, 4 click, 5 click, 6 click, 7 click, 8 click. 8 clicks is as far out as I can go. That's too far out. 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, 4 click. That's middle. That's the middle zoom out. Middle zoom out's pretty good. Maybe I'll go with 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go with this for now. And I can zoom in or out according to the situation. The situation. Quick save. I like how fast... Oh, here we go.
So many souls lost. Surely someone else survived.
Did you search the box out in the water? Not yet. I literally haven't done anything yet. Is there a box out in the water? There is a box in the water, but it doesn't look like I can get to it or do anything with it. Apparently we're walking around this.
Help! Somebody! Per con Blanca!
Somebody needs help. Alright, I'll do this the RP way. I'll actually immediately run to the person that needs help rather than searching a bunch of shit first. How do I even? So it seems like I can't actually get there. And when I click to talk to her, my character runs to right here and then stops. What is this?
As you like.
Also, not actually something I... What? Oh, shit. Just triggered a thing. The Defiant is looking far worse for wear after its unexpected landfall. The hull has splintered in several places along the keel, while the tattered sails stand as evidence of your battle with the pirates. I love this. I love how they changed this. Now, whenever you're going to do a check of any kind, your characters are shown down here, and you can pick which one is going to do it. And when you mouse over them, it shows you all their stats and skills. So you don't have to sit there going, ah, shit, who was the best at survival? Who had the best resolve? Or whatever. It'll show you all of them when you mouse over. God, that's good. It's so good. The deck of the Defiant is well out of reach from here. The ship groans like a beached whale each time the waves roll in, but it doesn't seem to be listing further. You may be able to climb up. If you had a rope and grappling hook, which we don't have. Skill by hand, it shows that it's an athletics check, which means obviously we would pick... Oh, he's too far away. Okay, hold on then. Stay put for now. Now we're not too far away. So, we're gonna pick him. Watcher only check? Damn it. Why? Well, Watcher ain't trying to do this shit right now. We're gonna come back when we have a rope and grappling hook, because she will absolutely fuck this up. Why is it a Watcher-only check, though? Why can't I send a dare up there? Well, I know you need help, and I'll help you eventually. We got a Spire Sponge. Ingredients. You found an ingredient. Ingredients can be used to enchant unique weapons, armor, and shields, as well as to craft food, scrolls, potions, and other items. Spire Sponge. After all that praise... I know, right, Saito? I'm like, look how great this is. You can pick the character you want to... Oh, I can only pick me. This wild sponge grows along the rocks of saltwater shallows. For some reason, that's hard to say. This wild sponge grows along the rocks of saltwater shallows. Named for its distinct tower-like shape, the Spire Sponge is gathered and used for everything from personal hygiene to bed stuffing. More like Pillar Sponge, am I right? Look how much taller Adair is than my character. And you can even see it in the character models. Like, he is actually legitimately much taller than me. It's not just one generic character. Of course, it could just be male and female. All males might be this tall, and all females might be this tall. That's actually probably how it is. That body, we've got some leather armor. Which I'm not going to wear because I do want to see what it looks like, though. And a Principi hat. Hats come in... I'm not going to read a description of what hats are. Well, time for a fashion show. If I wear leather armor, it looks... Oh, it looks nice. It's pretty cool. It's very detailed. But I cannot afford 20% more recovery time. And what if I wear a Principi hat? I actually like that quite a bit. How does it look on Adair? It's a different oh, because he has different colors. How do I feel about Adair's colors? Green and black? I don't know that I want him to be green exactly. I always saw Adair as more of a blue guy. I suspect it's a racial thing because wasn't that the case in the last game? Yeah, it might have been. It might have been. Basically, it's memory foam. I kind of like this hat on Adair. It kind of looks piratey. Yeah, Adair, you can have this hat. Do you know your hat? Do you know your hat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you know your hat? I said, do you know your hat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tar loaf. You can feed it to your crew, or you can eat it and get max health. A simple flatbread made from rice. Often serves as both plate and utensil for other dishes, but is quite satisfying by itself. That sounds good. Kind of looks like naan bread to me. Resting is interesting now. Instead of just having, quote, camping supplies that you have to use to rest, now, when you rest, you choose a food. You can rest without food, but you won't heal your wounds. You won't heal your injuries unless you eat something. So now you choose something different for each person to eat, and they get the bonuses from it until you rest again. So we could have Adair drink some grog right now, and he'd get this plus 15 damage and minus 1 dexterity until we rest again, which is super amazing. And like, I could choose the tar loaf and have a whole bunch more health until we rest again. Or you can choose just to wait and make time pass, which you could not do in the... Oh, because there's a day-night cycle now. There's a day-night cycle, and you can choose to rest until whenever you want. Unlike some games with a day-night cycle that never lets you make time pass, which is a pain in the ass. I literally don't remember which game I'm mad at right now. Yeah, I do. Amalur. I'm looking at you, Amalur. Not only do they have a day-night cycle, they have time-specific quests, and they still won't let you wait. Royal blue is probably your favorite. Isn't green your favorite color, Nox? One of my favorite colors. Wouldn't expect something called tar loaf to improve morale. Well, it sounds delicious based on the description. Sounds like naan bread to me. We're not going to rest or wait right now, but we could, and then we'd have these bonuses for a long time. Oh, and we could do some crafting, but we don't have any ingredients. Okay. Ah, they made that easy. Lockpicks and a rope and grappling hook. The usefulness of the rope is limited only by the imagination of the adventurer carrying it. Scandalous. Fire kelp. No effect on crew morale. Gives you +1 might if you eat it. This spicy ocean weed fortifies the body and aids digestion. It is a key component in many Huana dishes, added both for color and flavor. Oh, yeah, and you can cook shit to have, like, really good food for really good resting bonuses. Growing up as a calf, green was always her favorite. While you rest. While resting, the woman screaming on the boat does an Elodie. Oh, poor Elodie. Hashtag never forget. Or you can just give them water, which they don't like. Drinking water pisses the crew off, apparently. We found a dagger. Oh, good. Now he has a weapon he can actually use with his shield. But he doesn't have the dagger modal because he is not proficient with daggers. He's proficient with sabers and shields. But daggers have plus accuracy, which is nice. He's got the roguish stance. So, we're going to start him out dual-wielding the saber and the crazy saber. But if need be, he can switch to dagger and shield to be more defensive. Kind of messed up that water decreases morale. Well, they want to drink grog is the thing. And you start with 20 grog. They want to drink grog. So the fact that they don't have grog pisses them off. That's why water decreases morale. Because sailors, they expect grog, right? And if they don't get to drink grog and all they have to drink is water, they're pissed off. They're sailors, you know, in the Age of Sail era. Sort of the genre assumption is that they're constantly drinking. Alright, now that we have a grappling hook, I'm going to go up here. One good throw, and the hook sails up and over the rail, catching firmly. A few tugs suggest that the grappling hook should hold fast. The rope makes the ascent considerably easier, and you soon find yourself climbing up over the rail. Pretty happy just to not die of thirst. Anything on top of that is a bonus. Well, I'm sure they lose more morale if you don't give them anything to drink at all. I just want to test something real fast. Ship management. It's right on the side of my ship, Saito. It's right on the side of my ship. I love the fact that I can change my ship's name at any time. I might actually stick with the sea cow. I might actually stick with the sea cow. For now, it is the sea cow. Alright, let's find out what Irina needs. Let's not pull an Elodie here.
You're looking better, Casita. That, or I'm worse off than I thought.
Casita, a Valian term for captain. The sheen of sweat on her brow and the wan cast to her features belies Irina's casual greeting.
It's my leg, Matico. It hurts even worse than it looks.
A Valian expletive or curse. Irina's leg bears a bloody gouge along the length of her shin, and the swelling around her knee suggests a nasty break. So, survival, I can do. Now, you know what's cool? I don't have survival, but I can choose this option because Adair has survival. That's so good. 15 strength or 2 in athletics. You can carry her. I love the fact that I love that it gives you the options based on multiple things or based on things that your companions can do. Actually, I think the way this works is it's party assist. This is I love this too. I love this so much. This game has party assist for all the skills now. So you get a bonus to any given skill based on what the members of your party can do. So because Adair has 4 points in survival, I functionally have 3 points in survival. And when you get more party members with more skills, it all kind of adds together to an extent. So if I have like everybody in the party take some mechanics or something, then my main mechanics person could, you know, have really high mechanics or so on and so forth. Kind of shocked there isn't a put her out of her misery option. Yeah, I don't know if this game's going to have as many evil options as the first game. It's a continuing mission to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no butcher has gone before. Nice, Nox. Thumbs up. She's probably some essential sailor needed to get the boat underway for the first time when leaving. Yeah, she's probably an important member of my crew. She fought with us in the fight against the pirates, because it was in the combat log of Irina hitting a pirate, which is more than Adair did. Alright, what happened? Craft a splint. Hang on, I'll carry you back down. What happened?
I was a stubborn Postanaga. I was trying to fasten this mess down when we struck shore. Barrel rolled right over my leg.
Got taken out by a barrel. She did a barrel roll. Postanaga, literally the Valian term for carrot, but conversationally meaning idiot. She was a carrot.
Everything we've been through, and I'm nearly done in by a cask of rum.
Have you seen anyone else?
Funny thing, it's hard to see much from the underside of a barrel.
Fucking barrels. When barrels attack! I'll craft a splint from some debris. I'll patch you up as best I can, but you'll want to stay off their leg as much as possible.
I wasn't planning on going for a run, Casita.
Ship looks immaculate. Yeah, it doesn't look very damaged, does it? Wait, no! There's some damaged looking bit right here. Irina watches you work with obvious relief. Once you're through, she gives the leg a tentative stretch.
It still hurts, but I can manage from here. Agrasima.
A valiant expression of gratitude. Nice.
Have you found any of the others yet?
Not yet.
I'll start a fire. If any of the others are out there, hopefully they'll see it and turn up.
Very well. Goodbye. She's limping. Game of the Year. It can't be Game of the Year, though, because of God of War. First runner-up Game of the Year. It probably won't be that either, to be fair. I found Irina on the deck of the Defiant. She'll need a hand getting down. Irina's made it off the Defiant. I think that's all I can do here. Who keeps breaking my barrels? Alright, well, I'm enjoying the game a lot so far. I'm going to be streaming it for another 17 hours, at least. So I better be enjoying it. Got splintered right where it would have rammed a pillar. From the prow, the sandbar below seems deceptively close. Let's climb down. Alright, so we've helped out one crew member. Okay, we need to talk about this camera scroll speed. That's pretty good. The Dwarven Cooper clearly has developed barrel self-defense technology. Indeed. A wand, another potion of minor healing, and some copper pawns. Alright, well, Adair already has 2 potions of minor healing, so I'll take this one. Copper pawns are what these are. What's going on with this person? Is this Casper the Friendly fucking Ghost?
Hope the rest of those sodden bastards made it.
Wait, it is a ghost. You can tell by the audio effect they have on his voice.
At least my leg don't hurt anymore.
There's just a random ghost on the fucking shore.
Hey, I'm see-through. Hope the rest of those sodden bastards made it.
I am able to hear it. I do not fear it. I will, in fact, go near it. Got some ale. So they like ale more than water, but less than grog. I can use it to get some con and lose some more decks. Dark and sweet, malted ale is a shipboard staple, as it tends to keep better than water. As beer is not native to the Deadfire, it has become a valued trade item, often favored over foreign currency as a medium of exchange, especially in ship-to-ship transactions. This is a high-volume deer wooden currency used in everyday trade and is the basis for most transactions. Why would we be using deer wooden currency in the Deadfire? Well, I guess this is money from our ship, so we just came from Deerwood, which would explain why we have copper pawns. A small shield gives you 4 deflection and does not give you a penalty to accuracy. Can I go over here? Nope. Okay. It's weird. I'd assume they'd like ale more than grog. Yeah, you would think that. But apparently, grog is their favorite shit. Hey, it's Irina again. Dude, she's like Sindri and Brock. She just keeps showing up ahead of wherever we are. A sword, 2 more potions of minor healing, and some spark crackers. Let's talk about these items. Spark crackers. Spark crackers. Where are they? What do they look like? They look like this. A bundle of small fireworks of myriad colors and compositions. When thrown, they combust with great spectacle and noise. While they don't cause any damage, they can be used to distract patrolling enemies. That is pretty cool. Let me see something. If I equip the spark crackers, distracted for 21.8 seconds. If Adair equips the spark cracker. Okay. But Dare equips the spark crackers. Ah. Interesting. Your intellect does apply to bombs and stuff. He's going to equip all these potions. What else did we get? Interesting, the rope and grappling hook was apparently not consumable. Which I'm pretty sure it was when you used it in the other game. Okay. Good to go.
There must be other survivors out there.
There must be. Okay, so this Valario's Rest is a very small map. We got some blood moss. Ooh, I can see the description right from the log here. Nice. This moss grows in sprawling clumps, and its dull crimson hue earned it its name. It is a common sight in more humid regions, where locals say that the moss resembles wounds at the base of trees where it is found.
Spy! Magran, here! My flame burns yet!
The new smart camera thing, this isn't me moving the camera right now. This is the smart camera, which is a feature that was not in Pillars 1 and is in Pillars 2, and you can turn it off. And I think I want to, because I don't like, okay, look at how much I can't see over here, right? And I come over here, and I still can't see that much. And what I like to do normally is move the camera so that I can see further ahead of where my characters are going. So I think I'm going to turn Smart Camera off for now. Let's see how I feel about not using Smart Camera. I've got to move the camera myself manually every time, but the advantage is I can move the camera way ahead of where my characters are. Of course, that seems kind of pointless if my characters can't actually see that far. Like, right now, we still can't even see that dude, because we're too far. So it's sort of pointless. Like, the whole point of moving the camera ahead is so I could see enemies and shit. But if we can't see until we're that far anyway, like if I turn Smart Camera on right now, and then I move back to here. We're still only as far as we can see him. I think Smart Camera will make stuff appear that's within your visual range. Of course, it also depends on how zoomed you are. See, now we can't see him. Now we can. Okay, that's probably good. Blood Moss hype? Are we hyped about Blood Moss? Oh, it's Eld Ingram. This is the guy that came into our Dude, the game looks nice. It looks real nice. Stranded. I found a trail leading up from the beach. There must be some kind of settlement nearby. Alright, let's talk to Eld Ingram.
Is that you?
Eld Ingram appears to be in sound condition, though his waxed jacket is soaked through. He appraises you with bleary-eyed amusement.
You woke just in time for the fun. Fighting off motherless raiders one moment, flung into the freezing depths of Ondra's bosom the next.
Goddess of oceans, forgotten things, loss, relentlessness, and mourning. And fucking craziness. Said to have once fallen in love with the moon, and to have tried to draw it near with catastrophic consequences. See? Already in the tooltip, it's telling you how crazy she is. People bring tokens to her temples of things they wish to forget, and her clergy sees the tokens cast into the sea. Engram's eye twitches as he flashes a smile notable for its extraordinary absence of teeth.
Aye. Magran learns us poor bastards that a little excitement's good for the heart.
Ah, I can talk about Durance. The last Magranite to travel with me almost went mad because of his goddess's trials.
Aye, but almost mad ain't fully mad. Ah, old Durance. The goddess shan't forge another like him in our lives, Captain. There's nae getting the ship back underway without repairs. Yonder road inland seems the best chance of that. You want to be kicking some of the corpses before you go, see if some cry out. We need a crew if we're to set sail. I'll see you at the campfire, Captain. Magran's flame warms my soul, but these ailed bones need a touch of the real thing.
You'll find Irina there.
Good, good. I'll keep an eye out for others, Watcher, if you'll do the same.
Apparently Durance has a following, yeah. I found Eld Engram by a road leading east. He seems to be doing fine for himself. No, fuck smart camera. It's throwing me off. It's throwing me off. Can't.
I'll boil up some water. We'll have a spy at that leg of yours.
Should have seen me with that barrel, Engrim. I showed it was boss.
Magran gives some of us simpler trials than others.
They're fucking dialoguing with each other. It's fucking awesome. I mean, I guess there was that kind of ambient dialogue between NPCs in the first game, but the difference was it was only text. Now that it's voiced, it really seems a lot cooler. Dude, he has a waiting animation. A waiting animation. We walk really silly when we're waiting. Oh, there's a sea cave. Of course there's a sea cave.
Mind
And
the
in the-
boars, Watcher. I can't hold them back.
Uh-oh, this sounds like it's gonna get ugly. Oh, it's Chitupek. This is the guy that we saved instead of saving the crate. He better be worth it. Got some more blood moss.
Suey.
Alright. Adair is going nuts and talking to pigs all of a sudden. All characters in the game have 4 defenses: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. Just like 4th edition D&D. Attack roll is a random number between 1 and 100, to which is added the difference between accuracy and the targeted defense. Which is effectively just like D&D, except in D&D it's just 1 in 20 instead of 1 in 100. Accuracy is less than defense, you get a penalty. If accuracy is greater than the defense, attack roll gains a bonus. Wonder if you can leave any crew members here? I don't know, Saito. Waiting hype, boar stampede. A higher final attack roll is always better. Now this is interesting. This is not the way they do it in D&D. This is sort of their own unique thing, where based on the result of the roll, you get a miss, a graze, a hit, or a crit. Which means the higher your accuracy is, the more chance of critting you have, which I like a lot. A miss has no effect, a hit has standard effect, a graze... Look at that boar going nuts in the screenshot here. A graze does less damage and has a shorter duration for effects. A crit does more damage, has higher penetration, and longer duration for effects. That's nice. So indirectly increasing your accuracy also increases your penetration, as it increases your chance to crit. Alright, let's just watch him. He's not using knockdown. Oh, he's using it now. Why did he attack first before using knockdown? Also, the dare kind of sucks. Well, he rolled a 1. He rolled a 1. That's not his fault. But why did he not use knockdown first? Maybe because of the cooldown. Maybe knockdown doesn't need a cooldown. I'll make it 3 seconds. There's no middle ground between grazing and fucking obliterate. Yeah, of course there is. There's miss, graze, hit, and crit. Hit is the big middle ground. Alright.
Oh, indeed.
It was just one boar? He's like, hold back the boars. It's just one boar. Don't exaggerate, Chatupatak, or whatever your name is.
As you like.
I got tusks, the yellow tusk of an adult wild boar. I got pork. Hey, you get pork from killing a boar? Game of the year. Game of the year runner-up. Crew likes pork. Eating pork gives you +2 might. Pork was an uncommon dish in the Deadfire until foreign colonization introduced larger, hardier swine to local farmers. Now it is a mainstay of many local cuisines. See, we don't even have an empowerment yet. At first level, apparently you don't have one. So we won't get anything back from resting. No. 25 to 50 was the graze. 50 to 99 was the hit. 50 to 99 was hit. How far back does it show the dialogue? Pretty far back, but not... It doesn't show like all the way back to when we were talking to Bareth. Oh, you can expand stuff in the combat log too! So I hit 3 things with Holy Radiance, and I can expand this out, and it shows how much was restored to each individual person. So, when he did knockdown, he missed because he rolled a 1. The boar hit him. He attacked with his first saber. Pretty weird. Okay. Let's talk to Chatupatak. That's not his name. Don't care. Let's talk to him.
It is good to see you well, Washer. I believe the boars were hoping for easy meat.
Oh, I like the look of this guy. I'm glad I rescued him. Chatupatak greets you with a relieved nod and checks the pistol at his hip.
The bosun, Baldur, is in that cave over there. Ran in after a boar. Stubborn old dwarf.
What happened?
After we made landfall, you mean? I woke and Baldur was close by, swearing fit to bring Andra's wrath upon us a second time. We began to search for supplies. I came over this way in hopes of gathering some of that blood moss over there. I thought it might be of use. I imagine the boars had the same idea.
Why the fuck would boars gather blood moss? It doesn't make sense. Are there boar alchemists? So, why are you out here?
I was able to calm one of the boars with a spell. For a
What?
time, at least. By the time I was through, I had lost sight of Beadle.
Is this dude a druid or something? Glad I rescued this guy.
I remained here, hoping he would return quickly. He has not.
I'll look for Beadle.
I will make for the campfire. I must get this pistol cleaned if it's going to be of any use. Be careful in there, Captain.
Fade to black. Chatupatek. What a guy. Now I gotta go back and see if Chatupatek is gonna have dialogue with them. What? Another wandering ghost?
Hey, fancy seeing you here.
Apparently ghosts all have the random goo ghost appearance. The spirit's voice warps and shifts, muted as if by a great distance. Even so, he grins brightly at you.
I can't see much of anything, really, apart from you. Just endless gray. What happened?
Go toward the light and all that is the clever response. Adair likes that. He likes it when you make jokes. But I'm not going to say that, of course. These are some incredibly chipper ghosts. Yeah. I would actually be happy as shit, though. If I was suddenly a ghost, I'd be so excited because I'd be like, oh my god, what's going on? This is interesting. This is cool. I'm dead, but I'm still conscious. This is rad. Ghosts exist. Afterlife exists. This is so interesting. I'd probably be a pretty fucking chipper ghost too, at least for a while. Now, if it got to the point where it dragged on for an incredibly long amount of time and nothing cool happened, then I'd start becoming one of those pissed off ghosts. But at first, I'd be like, this is awesome. I'm afraid you didn't make it.
It's weird. I thought death would be different. Big light and so on. But I don't see anything at all. Just you.
Oh shit. My computer screens just went dark. That's not good. And now they're coming back online. Am I still streaming? Can you guys still hear me? Still streaming.